What is up, guys? James Carter TV here to release my NFL Week 9 picks and predictions. We are nearing the 11th hour here, but I had to get these predictions and picks out. Sorry I did not do it earlier, but I missed the Thursday game, but come on, guys. We know who I was going to pick. Everybody picked the Bengals, unless if you were a damn Browns fans, and I'm pretty sure Browns fans were picking the Bengals to win this game. I mean, it was pretty obvious, especially when Johnny Manziel was starting for Cleveland really quickly. Look, Johnny Manziel, I think they should just play him just to find out, but I'm already convinced he's not a franchise quarterback. Every single time he comes into the game, they score point totals of like 10, 13. They had the one aberration where they scored 28 against Tennessee, but even in that game, Johnny Manziel completed about 8 or 9 passes. So I look at Johnny Manziel, and I don't think this guy's a franchise quarterback. I already have my answer, but I think they should get theirs more, and they should really solidify whether or not they need to go after a top quarterback, because I only see 2 more wins on the schedule for the Cleveland Browns. So they're going to have a top pick. They're going to have an opportunity. They need to decide whether or not they're going to take that opportunity coming up in this draft. So with that said, let's look at these Week 9 games and let me give you my picks and predictions. We start off with the Miami Dolphins visiting the Buffalo Bills. This is the Bills to win this game. Now, the Bills have, to me, underwhelmed. Now, although I did have them going 7-9 coming into the season, after the first 3-4 weeks, I expected them to probably be a playoff team, but they've fallen off lately. If they lose this one, then they should really start raising concerns and flags. And I'm not saying they should fire Rex Ryan or anything like that, but it's very concerning if they can't win this game. I think they will. They're just a better team than the Miami Dolphins, especially with an actual head coach in position. Give me the Bills with Tyrod Taylor back to get back on their winning ways. All right, although they do have the Jets next week, and that will not be easy. All right, next we have the Green Bay Packers at the Carolina Panthers. I have the Packers winning the Super Bowl. I had it in my preseason prediction. I have it in my midseason prediction. And with that said, I picked the Packers to lose in Denver last week because I know the Packers aren't going undefeated. They're going to lose games this year, and it would not surprise me if they lose this one in Carolina. But with that said, I'm picking the Packers just because at this point, I still believe the Packers are a better team than the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have been winning games. Okay, yes, I give you that. But all these games, they haven't really convinced me. Cam Newton really hasn't convinced me that he's a top 10 quarterback while you're going up against the best quarterback in the NFL. And I think more importantly, this Packers defense is going to be able to rebound. And Aaron Rodgers has not lost back-to-back games since 2010. Give me the Green Bay Packers to win this one in Carolina. Next, we have the St. Louis Rams at the Minnesota Vikings. These two teams mirror each other somewhat. I keep hearing people using that point. Okay, somewhat, yes. But outside of running backs, I mean, the Vikings are the better team, and it's not even close. I mean, I think right now, I'm not afraid to say that Todd Gurley is a better running back than Adrian Peterson. I'm not afraid to say that. I'll stand here right now and I'll say that. But that's it. That's the only position where you can say the St. Louis Rams are better than the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe cornerback? Defensive line, a lot of you would say that, but I think it's close. I think the Vikings are just a better team, and they have a smart quarterback at the helm in Teddy Bridgewater as opposed to Nick Foles. Give me the Vikings to win in Minnesota all day, but I still have them missing the playoffs, although I think it'll be close. Next, we have the Washington Redskins at the New England Patriots. I expect the Patriots to have some struggles against this Redskins team. This Redskins team is a scrappy 7-6 win team that can give some teams some problems. It wouldn't surprise me if this game is close, but ultimately the Patriots are going to win this game. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans at the New Orleans Saints. This is a game that concerns me not because I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. As a Tennessee Titans fan, if we lose, hey, I'm fine. I'm good. I can sleep well at night because I did not expect us to win this game. But I think the Saints might trip up here. They're winners of 3 straight games now. They're back at home. They could chill. They could relax and say, hey, we have this. While the Tennessee Titans could be energized and want to come out and win this game after the new head coaching change. So this game scares me if I'm picking the New Orleans Saints here. And I will pick the Saints. But this game scares me. And also the return to Marcus Mariota as well. So I'm really concerned. But I'll pick the Saints. But I don't think this is going to be very easy at all. As some of you Saints fans think it's going to be. This is a Tennessee Titans team that has a 5th-ranked defense in the NFL. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. If Ryan Fitzpatrick was not playing, give me the Jaguars all day. But he looks like he has his thumb issue figured out and worked out. When Ryan Fitzpatrick plays, the Jets are a better team, although that is not a long-term solution. But for now, it works. Give me the Jets to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, we have the Oakland Raiders at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone wants to proclaim that the Raiders are back. And I do believe that to some extent, but we need to calm down. I'm not buying this as a playoff team quite yet. This is still a team that went to Chicago, okay, but lost to Chicago. This is still a team that got their ass kicked by the Cincinnati Bengals week 1. This is still a team that is going to have some ups, some downs, some bumps and roads, and be a roller coaster, while the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against this Raiders defense. This Raiders defense is not good at all. Ben Roethlisberger is going to bounce back. He and Antonio Brown are going to combine for like 200 yards. They're going to get their fair share against this Raiders defense. Give me the experienced Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh to beat the Oakland Raiders. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 49ers. I think there's a very viable scenario where the San Francisco 49ers do not win a game for the rest of the season. Now that they're starting Blaine Gabbert at quarterback, and now that there's issues with Jim Tomsula as head coach, they may not win another game for the rest of the season. This is appearing more and more like that dumpster fire that I've seen plenty of times before. I saw it with the Tennessee Titans last year. They were 2-6 too, but then they lost their last 8 games because of the type of dumpster fire that the San Francisco 49ers are about to find themselves in. So I look at this team, and I think they're in big trouble. And the Atlanta Falcons, they can underwhelm at times, but I think they'll be able to get it done here. Next, we have the New York Giants at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the game that I struggled with the most this week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have shown an ability under Jameis Winston the past 3 weeks to be in football games. They beat the Atlanta Falcons last week. They competed and had a 24-point lead against the Washington Redskins the week before that, but they let up and they lost that lead. And they also beat the Saints. That wasn't 3 weeks ago, but that was earlier in the season, and that was in New Orleans. So this Bucs team can win some games now. But I think their defense is still bad. And I think Eli Manning has shown this season that he can throw on you and he can win some games. Now, I'm still picking the Giants to lose this division, but I think they go to Tampa Bay and they get this victory. Next, we have the Denver Broncos at the Indianapolis Colts. Everyone wants to pick the Broncos to win this game, and I am too. But I think there's a chance for an upset here. Maybe Pep Hamilton was the problem, and maybe the Colts can win a game. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm shocked that the Colts even came back to compete against the Carolina Panthers. The Colts competed against the New England Patriots as well a couple of weeks ago. So this Colts team, they're still going to win the AFC South, and they're still going to be competitive. So this is going to be a close game, and this is no gimme for the Denver Broncos, believe you me. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. This, I believe, is my really first upset, as I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys to win this game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Reason being, the Cowboys have hit a schneid, okay? They've lost 5 straight games. Of course, Tony Romo was your team. Des Bryant, you got him back, but he's not good enough. When you have Matt Castle starting, you're in trouble. But with that said, they were going up against another team that just has all sorts of issues in the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think Sam Bradford, you never know. You don't know what you're going to get from him from a week-to-week basis. You don't know. You'll never know. How could you know? And you're looking at them going to Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys defense is playing really good. They held the Seattle Seahawks to 13 points last week. The Sam Bradford and this Eagles offense, they're coming off a bye, so maybe they fix some issues. But Jason Peters at left tackle is going to be out for this game. Lane Johnson steps in at that position. I don't know who's going to step in at right tackle, so more issues on this offensive line. Greg Hardy's a clown, but he can penetrate the offensive line now, and he can get to Sam Bradford and cause some issues. This Cowboys defense is playing well. They're running the ball pretty well. Give me the Cowboys to upset on Sunday Night Football. Next, we have the Chicago Bears at the San Diego Chargers. This is yet another upset for me. I have the Bears going to San Diego and winning this game. I really like how the Bears are playing this season. And I know this is such an odd thing to say. They're 2-5, I believe. How could you say you like how the Bears are playing? Guys, they're competing, and a lot of you didn't think they would. A lot of you thought they'd win 3 games. I thought they'd win 7. I still think that's a possibility. It's looking more like 5 or 6, probably 6. But I think this is a game that they win. I think they're a better team than the San Diego Chargers right now, especially the Chargers missing Keenan Allen, missing, I think Antonio Gates won't be playing. Phillip Rivers, he can only do so much. And this will be a good old shootout. And Matt Forte is out for the Chicago Bears, but I like the combination of Cutler and Alshon Jeffrey to beat this San Diego struggling defense more than I do the Chargers to get back on the winning streak. I'm picking the Chicago Bears to go to San Diego and get a big victory on Monday Night Football. And there you go. There are my Week 9 picks and predictions. What are yours? Comment yours down below in the comment section. And until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.